Hello and welcome to the Channel 1 Newsroom, live from our studios at number 5 Ola Hansen Lane at Tesano. I am Inosafo. Coming up, NPP and NDC intensify final campaign push ahead of Ablukuma North parliamentary rerun.
The Lord is going to talk tomorrow. Justice will prevail tomorrow. I want Ablukuma North. Everybody should hear me and hear my voice. I am contesting this election and I am coming out victorious.
In most unconventional seats, the NDC won most of them. So Ablukuma North is no exception. And inshallah, tomorrow we'll pick it.
Family of murdered immigration officer demands swift justice after charred body is found.
He had a message from his husband that he has returned home safely and he will talk to him the next day. But I never heard anything from my uncle that very day. So we went on and made a complaint that my uncle has been missing. And we had someone to suspect, that was the...
Minority urges transition period for 1D, 1F companies amid policy cancellation.
The ministry must carefully think about this and have a transition period. Because this was a policy that was instituted by a government. And we ran it for almost about 6 years. And so you cannot just say that it's cancelled.
Fire displaces over 400 slum dwellers in Kumasi's Baba Ayoyo community.
This month is soon a meal. Me time after 2 weeks. Na me die ship. Ni baby I met. Yes, I'm in Yes, I'm and I'm the
In Channel 1 Business. Bank of Ghana directs crypto asset operators to register by August 15. And in Channel 1 Sports. Black Queens coach Kim Bjorken eyes improvement against Mali after South Africa defeat. Many thanks for joining us. Let's settle for the details of our stories. The New Patriotic Party and the National Democratic Congress have intensified their campaigns in the Ablukuma North constituency ahead of a parliamentary rerun scheduled for Friday, July 11. The rerun follows a dispute over the authenticity of results from 19 polling stations in the 2024 parliamentary election. Channel 1 News' Fauzu Masaudu has been monitoring developments and filed this report.
There is renewed political activity in the Ablukuma North constituency as both the NPP and the NDC ramp up campaign efforts ahead of Friday's much anticipated parliamentary rerun.
Tomorrow there will not be any intimidation. They should come out in their numbers. We are out there to protect them, and we want them to know that we are taking this seat. It is for us. Whether they are in power or not, they should see us tomorrow, inshallah.
For the first time in the history of Ablukuma North, a Robbery is going to take the seat. Okay. Hopefully tomorrow by 5 p.m. today, try and come around.
The rerun was triggered by a legal challenge over disputed results from 19 polling stations in the 2024 parliamentary elections. Despite initially announcing a boycott, the NPP's candidate Nana Ikuya-Efriye has now confirmed her participation in the contest.
Darkness can never cover light. I am the light. I am the truth. And the light. I walk with gracious God. I keep saying and mentioning God all the time that you can never cheat me and go scot-free. The Lord is going to talk tomorrow. Justice will prevail tomorrow. I am contesting. I want Ablukuma North. Everybody should hear me and hear my voice. I am contesting this election and I am coming out victorious because I won that election, and God will ensure that justice prevails.
Meanwhile, the Deputy National Youth Organizer of the NDC and the CEO of the National Youth Authority, Osman Ayariga, speaking during a campaign rally, expressed confidence in a victory for the NDC's candidate, Robbery.
The good people of Ghana on December 7, 2024, sounded a very huge change to the entire country. They sent a huge message to the entire country that Ghanaians were willing to change the MPP. And in most unconventional seats, the NDC won most of them. So Ablukuma North is no exception. And inshallah, tomorrow we'll pick it. If the MPP believe they won it and they can win it, the human beings haven't changed. It's the same people who are going to vote. So they should convince them to come out and vote tomorrow for it. It's as simple as that. If they believe they won it, then a rerun should settle the score.
As tensions rise ahead of the polls, the Ghana Police Service has assured the public of maximum security on election day to ensure a peaceful and orderly process. Is the police ready for tomorrow's rerun?
Definitely. The IGP is ready. Yes.
Is there anything you've picked up that you think we should know?
Not for now.
Our security is concerned.
Not for now. Not for now. What we admonish everybody is to follow the rules and the regulations. We go vote, cast a vote, go home. And wait for the results. So if you are a voter, you come join the queue. When it's your time, you cast your vote and you go home. If you don't have any activity during there, we don't expect you to be around.
The Electoral Commission has dismissed claims that external pressure influenced its decision to conduct a rerun in 19 polling stations in the Ablukuma North constituency. According to the Commission, the decision was made independently, purely in the interest of constituents who have lacked parliamentary representation since January 7, 2025.
The Commission's directive to organize the rerun stems from repeated failed attempts to complete the collation of results after disruptions, including the destruction of ballot papers and pink sheets. Despite these challenges, the Commission managed to collate results from all but 3 polling stations using carbon and scanned copies of pink sheets that were submitted and endorsed by both the NPP and NDC. However, controversy later emerged over 37 scanned pink sheets submitted by the NPP. Copies, the Commission stated, had already been processed. In response, the NDC called for a rerun in all 37 polling stations, while the NPP maintained that the collation of results for the remaining 3 should be completed. Initially, the Commission leaned toward completing the collation, but it says attempts to secure adequate police protection for that process failed. Deputy Electoral Commissioner Dr. Bosman Asari explained that after reviewing the facts and consulting key stakeholders, the Commission decided to conduct a rerun in 19 polling stations. These allocations where scanned pink sheets were submitted but could not be authenticated by presiding officers.
19 out of the 37 polling stations. The Commission arrived at the decision to rerun the election in the 19 polling stations because the 19 scanned polling station results used for the collation, though approved by agents of both political parties, were not verified by the presiding officers responsible for those polling stations.
Dr. Asari firmly rejected suggestions of external interference, insisting that the Electoral Commission's decisions have been transparent and guided by the law.
The Commission's attention has been drawn to an unfounded accusation that it has been influenced by certain individuals to pursue the rerun. We state categorically that Ghana's electoral management body is an independent body and will not be dictated to by any person or institution.
The Electoral Commission says it's ready for the July 11 rerun of polls in 19 polling stations in the Ablukuma North constituency. It has justified its decision, saying that it was not influenced by any third party, but rather by a resolve to bring a solution to the non-representation of the people of Ablukuma North in the 9th Parliament. Reporting for Channel 1 News, Hansen Ajiman.
Let's head over to the Ablukuma constituency where my colleagues are following the two different camps as they wrap up on their campaigns there. Let's start with Fauzu Masaudu, who is with the NPP camp, who are campaigning at Ablukuma North. Fauzu, does it appear to be a solo effort by Ngleshie Efriye, or is there any indication that the party is lending its support despite its public stance?
Right, it's a few minutes past 8 p.m. but definitely a young night for members and supporters of the New Patriotic Party. I'm currently coming to you live from the premises, actually the office of the party's parliamentary candidate, Nana Ekwia Owusu Efriye, where members and sympathizers of the party have thronged the office, in solidarity or to support her for tomorrow's rerun. A number of the party's hierarchy, including Asamoah Boatedas, former member of parliament from Fanteman, who also doubled as former minister for chief Tansi and religious affairs. We also had earlier I spoke to Samuel Jinapo, who is MP for Damango and former minister for lands and natural resources. We will be speaking to a number of the supporters who have thronged the premises or the office of the party's parliamentary candidate, Nana Ekwia Owusu Efriye, if time will permit. But before that, I've seen member of parliament from Prayeso and member of parliament for Otafo Vincent as for council. Good evening. This is an ambush. You are live on Channel 1 Newsroom.
How do you term an ambush? We prepared to come here.
Yeah, I have ambushed you. Yes, okay. I have ambushed you. Yeah. Right. Oh no, you are here clearly to support your party's candidate, Ekwia Owusu Efriye. But what will her victory mean for the minority caucus and the NPP as a party?
Well, as a party, we believe that this is a traditional seat for us. And so if it is a traditional seat, it means that we will have to win it. Initially, there was a party decision that we should go to court. After the party went to court, or if you like, after the candidate went to court, the decision that came out of it was not one that was desired. The aftermath of it is why we are here. We think that tomorrow we are participating in this democratic exercise. And this democratic exercise, by the time that it ends, by 6 p.m. or 5 p.m., Ekwia Efriye should be crowned the winner. Because the 19 polling stations, if you check the records from 2020 and 2024, the NPP has been winning majority of these polling stations. I don't see how it is going to change. I believe that the people of Ablukuma North and all these polling stations are going to give their support to Ekwia Efriye tomorrow.
Honorable, the party earlier boycotted, the whole rerun process. You went to court, the court dismissed your application and what have you. Ekwia Efriye has now today actually came out to officially confirm her participation in the election. But we haven't heard from the party officially as yet. Many have argued that it's a defiance of the position of the party. So for us, the rerun is
I do not think so. If you have members of NEC and council here, because my brother is a ranking member, I'm also a ranking member. We are part of NEC, so if you are here, it means that the party is supporting it. The party may officially come out from now till tomorrow morning, so you should not be in a rush at all.
The Bible says where 2 or 3 are gathered, it means that God is present. So where you see 1, 2, 3 members of parliament present, it means that the party is present. We are participating. And so, nobody has defied. We took a decision, and we are saying that if the candidate is willing and ready to contest, we are backing her fully. And so I don't think there's any defiance, and people should not be too worried about it.
Does the ground look fertile for the NPP?
She has won the election. I was here in the morning. I was here this afternoon as well. Listen to what the people are saying. They were promised Women's Bank. They've not seen the Women's Bank.
No, but some will argue it's early days here.
They were promised,
it's just 7 months into the John Mahama-led administration.
They were promised.
Is that fair to make that?
They've not seen 24-hour economy. And so the Ghanaian people are resolute. The 19 polling stations, tomorrow by this time, Ekwia Efriye is going to sweep all the 19 polling stations.
Fauzu,
because traditionally these are MPP's areas. We win in this polling stations. So why should we leave that to the NDC? We have a better candidate. We have a candidate that is willing and ready to serve the people.
Running with their campaign
a widow who has decided that all her life she'll be serving the people of Ablukuma North. Please, let's give it to her.
But do you also think that the delay on the side of your party's candidates, that's a queer free, in coming out to confirm her participation, will anyway impact, her chances into tomorrow's rerun?
Only failed to campaign just 2 days. Ever since the Electoral Commission announced that
it's 2 days, not 1 2
I'm saying that ever since the Electoral Commission announced that they were going to, there's going to be an election in these 19 polling stations, she was always on the grounds. She grew up here. The mother was selling kinke here. She does not stay in East Legon. She does not stay in Trasako. She's an Ablukuma girl. Odoko, they were selling kinke in Odoko market. So the people know her already. I mean, she needs no introduction. That is a clear free. The people's a clear free. The mother of the motherless. And I'm sure tomorrow it will reflect in the votes.
Right.
As for what happened in 2024, people should not use that as a yardstick.
Right. Okay.
It was across board. So,
all right. Thank you very much, Honorable. So you heard the Member of Parliament for Empire, so constituency, Opoku Ansa Davis. Earlier, I spoke to MP for Old Tafo, Vincent Asefua, who have all come here to throw their weights behind the party's parliamentary candidates, Nana Ikuya Owusu Efriye. I would want to try, if time would permit, to speak to some of the supporters.
Date is with the NDC campaign team, and he also joins us live from wherever they are. Samuel, thank you for joining us. Where exactly are you right now, and what's the level of momentum and energy from the NDC?
We are currently at the location where the National Democratic Congress is having its operation. In events like this, every political party has a place they run their campaign from. And so I am currently at the Mashoni Event Center here within Ablukuma North. And what is happening here is that party faithfuls are gathered here, planning and plotting ahead of the rerun of the 19 polling stations, God willing, tomorrow. We have seen a couple of party officials here, and some of have also indicated that they are on their way here. And it is also interesting to note that the candidate herself, Rabina Obin, has also been cited here. But you know how usually these things are. She says she cannot comment for now, but she is around. Let me quickly move around and engage some of the party members to find out how the mood has been here. But generally, it's people having conversations and all, and they plan to have the last round of campaign before the election, God willing, tomorrow. So I've seen one gentleman here. Let me approach him to find out how the campaign has been. You've been with the party today, right? Where and where have you been to? And what is the feel of the people? Okay, good evening to you and good evening to your viewers. We have been rounds to all of the 19 polling stations, and we have found out that, yes, the grounds are very fruitful and very vital, and no matter what may be the case, Ablukuma North is falling green. You believe so? Because your opponents are saying that this is their stronghold and you have no chance within the constituency. What did you see on the ground? You are still confident? My question is, what means that is their stronghold? The presidential election results, the 2024 presidential election results, we won. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the president of the land, the first gentleman of the land, the commander-in-chief of Ghana Armed Forces, won this constituency. You can see the dynamics have changed. They are afraid. What are they afraid of? They should come. Let's battle. Let's go to the ground. Right. Thank you. What's your name? My name is Saj Modestere. So that is Saj Modestere, who has been with the campaign team today, indicating how the feel is on grounds. I have seen the Deputy Minister for Local Governance here also coming in to throw her support for the candidate. And so I would want to engage her briefly to also find out how she thinks the campaign has been. Honorable, this has been a short time for a party to campaign towards this particular election. How does that feel like, and are you confident?
Yeah, I'm highly confident, because with determination you achieve what you want to achieve. And as a party, we have all come on deck to ensure that we've moved to the various houses, done the house-to-house campaign, talking to the people here and there, and the people have bought into it that, yes, indeed, The NDC administration is in government now. We have formed government. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has good plans for the good people of Ghana. And therefore, they need a Rabna Obin to represent them in parliament to ensure that whatever they deserve in Ablukuma North will come to them. And so we are highly confident that the good Lord is going to lead us into this victory come Friday, tomorrow, 11th of July.
We do know that during the campaign season, you had your message for the constituency, and this is particularly a rare run for 19 polling stations. What is your message to the people? What message are you carrying across? Some are saying you are taking advantage of the fact that the NPP initially said they won't contest, and now they are contesting. So how is it like? What's your message?
So His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the NDC promised the good people of Ghana the Women's Bank, the apprenticeship program, the Jumara, the Nkukon Kitinkiti. Most of these projects have been launched. And so this is a man, Okan Oye, Keke Efio. When he says he does it. And 6 months down the line, we are all witnesses to what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is doing for the people of Ghana. The 24-hour economy markets will be coming up. And the dollar, look at the dollar. Where we were 17 plus, and now we are at 10 point something 11. And so it's clear that the NDC administration is delivering on our promise. And so it's not that it's just mere words or we are just going around to tell them something, but they have heard it and they have seen it. And so they should come on board so that a Rabna Obin will represent them to bring whatever goodies, they deserve as a people of Ghana. It's not about NDC, it's about Ghana, and they are all Ghanaians. And so they should vote massively for her. 19 polling stations. The message is clear. The girls have a proverb. They said, Choniwa na kechina fiole. The tree that is strong, you tie the cow around it, because Rabna has a strong foundation in the NDC administration, in His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. So they should cast their vote for her and she'll deliver for them. Right.
Thank you. But Honorable, you do know that this could go either ways. Is the party ready to accept whatever verdict that comes out?
The victory is for Rabna Obin and nothing else. The victory is for NDC, and it is written crystal clear on the wall. Come tomorrow 5 p.m. when they start the counting, we'll see things for ourselves.
All right. So that was the Deputy Minister for Local Governance, Honorable Rita, indicating that the party is ready to clinch victory, God willing, tomorrow. And so that is how the atmosphere right here at the party office has been. And in times like this, the candidate is thinking about a whole lot of things. That is why we have not been able to speak to her. But I spoke to the PA, who has indicated that the candidate is ready for, God willing, tomorrow to clinch the victory they have been waiting for.
Thank you very much, Samuel, for that update. And do join us here on Channel 1 TV, your election bureau, for live pictures and updates from the Ablukuma constituency. Let's move on to some other stories now. The family of a murdered Ghana Immigration Service officer, 38-year-old Stephen King Amwa, is calling on the Ghana Police Service to expedite investigations and ensure swift justice. This follows the discovery of his charred remains 5 days after he was reported missing. Rachel Engman has the details.
It has been a week of anguish for the family of 38-year-old Stephen King Amwa, whose life was brutally cut short under mysterious circumstances. On July 3, 2025, the Ghana Immigration Service officer left home to meet a man at a Showman estate, someone who had reached out claiming he was ready to repay a debt. Stephen never returned. 5 days later, his charred body was found dumped in a gutter near Abom Junction in Kwabinya, a suburb of Accra.
The next day, I got a call from his wife telling me that he had a message from his husband that he has returned home safely and he will talk to him the next day. But I never heard anything from my uncle that very day. So we went on and made a complaint that my uncle has been missing. And we had someone to suspect, that was the bride. So on Sunday, I don't know the date, but we had the bride on Sunday in police custody.
Police have since arrested a suspect identified as Bright Awe, believed to be the last person to have spoken with Stephen Amwa. Investigators say Awe lured him with WhatsApp messages showing large bundles of cash. A statement issued by Ghana Police Service on July 10 and signed by Superintendent Juliana Obin revealed that during investigation, the suspect admitted giving Stephen 500,000 Ghana cedis. He claimed part of the money was meant for debt settlement, while the rest was to be kept for later collection. However, police say Brightaware gave conflicting accounts and could not explain the source of the cash. In an exclusive interview with Channel 1 News, the deceased's nephew, Osei Mensah Lakidan, says the family is devastated and is appealing to the police and the courts to ensure justice is served.
So right now, the court has adjourned the case to 23rd of July 2025. So we will be at Kwabena Circuit Court on 23rd of July 2025 to plead with the court to prevail justice for my late uncle, Stephen Kinamwa.
Leaves behind a wife and a 4-year-old son. Tragic end for 38-year-old immigration officer Stephen Kinamwa, found dead days after going missing. His family say a friend is in custody as investigations continue. Reporting for Channel 1 News, I am Rachel Engman.
The minority in Parliament is urging the government to provide a transition period for companies operating under the One District, One Factory policy to help sustain their operations. The caucus asserts that the Mahama administration's decision to cancel the 1D1F policy places 321 companies, many of which are at various stages of implementation, at serious risk of collapse. Addressing journalists, the ranking member on Parliament's Trade and Industry Committee, Michael Osherbefi, called on the government to immediately rescind its decision, stressing the need for support rather than abrupt termination.
The ministry must carefully think about this and have a transition period, because this was a policy that was instituted by a government, and we ran it for almost about 6 years. And so you cannot just say that it's cancelled. There's the need for us to have a transition period where we can sit down and say that, okay, now, because you're already operationalizing this project or policy, you can still run it maybe till the end of the year or till the end of next year. So that after the end of next year, you cannot get any incentive from government. Something like that will serve as a comfort to these companies who have invested so much money in the system. We have invested in supporting these businesses. We have spent more than $1.2 billion in the cities in this business. And you just come out to say that the policy is cancelled. We think it is absolutely not right. So we want to call on the government, as soon as possible, they should come out with a plan. And we are calling for a transition period, a time for these businesses, at least for them to prepare to know what they want to do.
This is still the Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 TV. Still to come. Bank of Ghana directs crypto asset operators to register by August 15. We'll bring you the details shortly. Do stay.
Mommy, good morning.
Good morning, my son. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Mom. How about you?
I'm fine.
Joe, I just saw your mom doing her usual morning routine. It was just 2 weeks she underwent a major colon surgery.
Bro, see, my mom is doing perfectly fine, and we're all excited about it. It was minimally invasive surgery, and the recovery has been very fast.
Minimally? Hey! No, wait. What do you mean by that?
So they offered my mom a laparoscopic colon surgery. Laparoscopic colon surgery, which we accepted. It turned out it was equally safe with a very fast recovery time, and the cost involved too was very, very reasonable. She was discharged 3 days after the surgery, and you can see her, she's on her feet again.
3 days?
Just 3 days, bro.
Mean Tuber Hospital, first Ghana colorectal center, aimed to serve a peculiar health need.
Me pay so dear me sister me dad dear me chibiana me am shishimi. I could eat that.
Me many tears, I'm in the second in the set. Made us with it. Sika, sit here to the moon. Juju so mo. Bag in the one there. Remember be free. So what you say bag now, ma? One na make show. Wow.
Just say me no come from here. Na mo soli.
Hey!
Kwame! You look amazing. Have you discovered a new secret to stay healthy these days?
Actually, I have. It's called SOS Advance. It is a health supplement manufactured in the UK with 11 essential oils like frankincense, black seed, oregano, and neems, all powered by nanotechnology.
Wow, that's impressive. What does it do?
SOS Advance supports your immune system against invading pathogens, including viruses, bacteria, and toxins. It also provides antioxidant effects to help combat free radicals and reduce oxidative stress on your body.
Wow, I really need this. Like, I've been feeling off lately, but I can't pinpoint exactly what the problem is.
Oh, easy. I think you should get it. You can find it at every pharmacy nearby.
There's a pharmacy here! Let's go! Thank you. I bet his wound's pain.
Pregnant and lactating mothers should contact their physicians. This advert is FDA approved.
You're welcome back. Next is Channel 1 Business with Nashika Caesar.
Channel 1 Business is brought to you by MTN and EcoBank.
Every day, people have money emergencies. Ma, I need my school fees emergency. Mommy, chop money emergency. Emergency. Catch it. I'm your rent emergency. Now, there's a new emergency number in town.
More money, challenge and enjoyment. At the top life we got.
Dial star 770 hash for all your money emergencies and chop life.
Dial star 770 hash for money emergencies and get easy and quick access to your money, loans, and other banking needs. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Hi, Na, how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm very well. Do you have cryptocurrency?
No, I don't. But if you want to open one for me and put money in it, or
you should open one rather. Me, I have trust issues because I don't see them or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, give us the details of what the Bank of Ghana has been saying.
Right. The Bank of Ghana, BOG, has issued a directive mandating all virtual asset service providers or businesses that deal with digital or crypto assets operating within the country to register with the central bank by August 15, 2025. The move is part of efforts to bolster financial stability and develop a comprehensive regulatory framework for the growing digital assets ecosystem. Here's more.
The required registration applies to both local and foreign virtual asset service providers offering services to Ghanaian residents, whether through a physical presence or digital platforms. Affected services include virtual asset exchanges, digital wallets, custody and settlement services, and issuance or sale of crypto assets such as stable coins and initial coin offerings. In a statement issued on July 10, the Bank of Ghana clarified that registration does not amount to a license to operate or imply legal recognition or approval. However, failure to comply may result in sanctions or disqualification from future licensing opportunities. The central bank's move comes amid increasing global efforts to bring virtual asset activities under regulatory oversight, particularly to prevent financial crimes, protect customers, and ensure the integrity of the financial market. Virtual asset service providers and other stakeholders in the digital finance space are encouraged to take immediate steps to comply, as this development is seen as a precursor to broader reforms in Ghana's digital finance sector as the central bank seeks to strike a balance between innovation and regulation.
Now, the Ghana Investment Promotion Center has launched its investment opportunity mapping project aimed at identifying and documenting investment prospects across all 261 districts in the country. The move is part of efforts to decentralize investment promotion and attract capital into previously overlooked areas. There's more in the following reports by Daniel Sakiti.
The Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Investment Promotion Center, Simon Maggi, speaking to the media, indicated that the initiative is expected to stimulate economic activity beyond urban centers, adding that the mapping exercise aligns with the government's 24-hour economy policy.
We are not saying that investment shouldn't come to Greater Accra, but there are great incentives to invest in other parts of the country, and that's what we are trying to do. But the overall objective is for us as a country to have a single source to go to if you want to understand opportunities that are in this country. Every other country, if you go, there are places that you go to for them to give you the opportunities they have. So there are priority areas, but then there are also opportunities in regions, in districts, which we may not know of unless we go out and find it and market it and have it data-driven. We want the investment that we conduct to be data-driven. So we are not general in our assessment or in our presentations, but then we are very specific as to if you go to this district, this is the opportunity there, this is how to tap into that opportunity, and this is what you need to do, or the local partners that are available. Part of this IOMP is also our regional expansion plan, because we have to be aligned with the 24-hour economy.
Launching the project, Chief of Staff Julius Debra noted that more than 70% of foreign direct investments are concentrated in the Greater Accra region. He stressed that the investment opportunity mapping project will help decentralize economic investment.
To our local business and entrepreneurs, the time to rise is now. The IOMP opens the door to regional investment opportunities that align with your goals. This is your chance to lead, to invest, and to be part of the engine driving Ghana's long-term growth and prosperity. Ladies and gentlemen, this project marks an important step forward. It provides a clear plan, not just for attracting investment, but also for guiding how development is distributed across the country. Let us make the most of this moment. Let us commit to building a Ghana where no region is left behind and where every district is a destination for investment.
Moving on, the government has stepped in to mediate a dispute between engineers and planners E&P and Azuma Resources Ghana Limited, issuing a one-week ultimatum for both the parties to amicably resolve their differences or face a government-imposed resolution in the national interest. According to the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, the intervention follows the signing of a $100 million acquisition facility agreement on July 7 between the ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development and E&P. The funding was intended to support what was touted as Ghana's first large-scale wholly indigenous gold mining venture, the acquisition and development of the Black Volta Gold Project. However, the deal has since drawn controversy after Zuma Resources, the entity linked to the Black Volta assets, publicly refuted any formal relationship with E&P, casting doubt over the legitimacy of the transaction. The ministry's directive underscores the strategic importance of the project and reflects growing concerns about government governance and transparency in major resource-related investments. Let's now bring you an update on how the currency is performing on the interbank markets. And that's it for Channel One Business. I am Nashika Caesar. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Shika. Let's head to the Ashanti region, where more than 400 slum dwellers, mostly women and children, have been displaced following a fire outbreak at Baba Yoyo, a well-known slum in Ahojo within the Kumasi metropolis. The fire, which occurred around 8:30 p.m. on Wednesday, July 9, 2025, destroyed over 100 makeshift structures, leaving many residents stranded and homeless. Channel 1 News' Ashanti regional correspondent Doris Lonta reports.
Frustrated and desperate, Felicia Amwa, who lives with her 76-year-old grandmother and younger siblings, was forced to sleep on a neighbor's veranda on the night of the fire. Now, uncertainty looms as they worry about where they will stay in the days ahead. Felicia's worries go beyond shelter. Her trading materials were lost in the fire, and she now faces the daunting task of caring for her family without any source of income. During a visit by Channel 1 News, school children were seen wandering aimlessly. Many lost their uniforms, books, and school supplies, making it impossible for them to return to class. Elizabeth Amu, a mother of 3 and currently pregnant with her 4th child, was visibly distraught. Widowed and struggling, she faces the grim reality of finding shelter and survival option for herself and her children.
This month is soon a meal. Metama 2 weeks. Na me dayashi. Ni baby I met. Yes, I mean yamu. Yes, I mean and I'm the
The assembly member for the region Shaiso electoral area, Abraham Wedi, told Channel 1 News that he is yet to formally notify the mayor of Kumasi about the incident. However, officials from NADMO are expected to meet with victims on July 11. He appealed to government agencies, NGOs, and the general public to come to the aid of the displaced residents.
You can't even find a place for the number. The number are too huge. They are more than 450 to 500. So we believe, we've talked to them, that they should also arrange themselves. They can call friends and brothers, sisters in other places till tomorrow. After tomorrow meeting with the NADMO, we will see what and the help that the NADMO will bring forward for us to know what we do.
While the cause of the fire is yet to be determined by the Ghana National Fire Service, it is alleged that the blaze was started by an ex-boyfriend of one of the settlers who reportedly set his former girlfriend's structure on fire, leading to the destruction of surrounding structures as well.
The displaced slum dwellers, mostly women here at Baba Ayoyo, are counting their losses and calling for urgent support. Reporting for Channel 1 News, I'm Doris Lonta, Ashanti region.
Residents of Ngleshie in the South municipality of the Greater Accra region say they're living in fear following a surge in robbery cases. Tensions heightened on Wednesday night after a mobile money vendor was shot and killed in front of his family home. Channel 1 News' correspondent Akwesiado has more in this report.
21-year-old Desmond Aja was shot by suspected armed robbers while returning home from his mobile money shop at Quarters Junction, a suburb of Ngleshie, around 7:20 p.m. on Wednesday. Eyewitnesses say 2 men on a motorbike, believed to have trailed him from work, opened fire as he approached the entrance of his family house. After shooting him multiple times, the assailants made away with a backpack believed to contain an unspecified amount of money. Desmond was rushed to the Ngleshie Polyclinic, where he was later pronounced dead.
Miti ape me wuse get no bad them ordinary by fear and no more shooting. Almost shooting no more genie bag, you know. Nipa 2 fight tree and no money on pre. Into I saw by fear on no more shooting. And no more china see. Cut to a tree on and no more bag in one.
His sister, Erica Aja, says the family is devastated and is calling on the police to conduct swift investigations and arrest the perpetrators.
People who did that, they are among his friends. Papa be make a statement say, Okoyiska 720 was shop on them. And according to Papa, he was working with 3 guys and on your mobile. No moto no edu, then cheba no omunim say, or no more channel.
Some residents say they live in constant fear and are appealing to the Interior Ministry and Ghana Police Service to tighten security and restore calm to the community.
In this area is very bad. We have smokers, we have these weak guys. At times the police will come, they come and arrest all of them, and then within a time they will come back. So we need massive police around. Because we have a police station closer to us. So why can't we get these people always coming closer to us?
We have talked to the municipal authority to provide security lights. Even the police station is just here. We told them they should be patrolling, but no response. Normally they only change drivers and they change we boys and they take money from them. That's all.
For Channel 1 News, I am Akwesi Ado, Quarters Junction.
You're still watching the Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 TV. Still ahead in the bulletin. Black Queens coach Kim Bjorgen eyes improvement against Mali after South Africa defeat. We'll bring you the details shortly. Do stay.
Hey Ghana, so you people know Miss Brother once more. If you knew, it's your boy. Kill them all, kill them all. But this time, I'm not only killing mosquitoes, I am killing the greats. See, this wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have the perfect mosquito-free atmosphere. Thank you, Out Insecticide. And yeah, Out Mosquito Coil. For a mosquito-free atmosphere, trust Out to... You are not serious.
Out Insecticide. So ya boa, faha.
What's better than your bestie? A bestie with blockbusters and bedtime cartoons. GoTV streams your fave soaps, sports, and the loudest laughs. No extra charge, just internet connection. Your shows, your vibes, your anytime, anywhere bestie. GoTV Stream. Download it now.
Imagine a place where technology and compassion meet. A sanctuary of health, precision, and trust. At Olive Health Diagnostics and Imaging, we redefine excellence. From advanced ultrasound, X-ray, and CT scan services to accurate laboratory, cardiology, and dentistry, our mission is clear: to provide the care you deserve with accuracy, precision, and speed. Your trusted healthcare partner, Olive Health Diagnostics, always ready whenever you need us. Olive Health Diagnostics and Imaging, redefining excellence in medical diagnostics.
You're welcome back. Next is Channel 1 Sports with Bernard Abekuatri. Hi, Abeku.
Hey, how are you?
I'm very well.
I've got good news for you.
What is it?
Just before I got on set, Tottenham Hotspur announced the signing of Mohamed Kudus from West Ham United. £55 million. And that's good, yeah.
That's good.
So we get to see him as the fifth signing for Spurs, you know. And I feel it's good for him. So it's good news to the Nima community in Ghana.
Definitely, I'm sure they'll celebrate.
Absolutely. But let's talk some moments football, shall we?
Yes, give us the details.
Of course. So, head coach of Ghana's national women's football team, Kim Bjorgen, is hoping that his team is a bit luckier in front of goal against Mali than it was against South Africa in the ongoing 2024 CAF Women's AFCON. Ghana lost 2-0 to South Africa in its opening game in Morocco and take on Mali on Friday, July 11 at 4 p.m. Mali, unlike Ghana, won their opening game against Tanzania and are looking for another win to guarantee their qualification to the next round of the tournament.
We have a much better fitness level, and we can see that in the games that we played before the tournaments. We actually scored late in all of those 3 games that we played, the friendly games, and we can see it in the game against South Africa. We worked hard for 90 minutes, and we were pushing in the end for the equalizer. Like I said, we hit the bar twice, and we did everything right if we take away the most important thing to score goals, but hopefully we will have a little bit more luck in the next one. It's not the result that we wanted, but in the same time we played against a very good team. I think we in a big period of the time we were the better team. We had more shots, on goals, we had more corners, we hit the bar twice, and they had one VAR penalty and scored. So, but overall, I think we did pretty well. So we just need to leave that game for now and move on and make sure that we do an even better game against Mali.
Well, earlier on I told you about some signings. Let's go into Manchester United. There's a newbie talking. A new Manchester United signing, Matheus Cunha, says it is a dream to inherit the club's number 10 shirt, previously worn by Marcus Rashford and the club's legend Wayne Rooney. Cunha arrived at Old Trafford in a £62.5 million move from Wolves and will now take over the number 10 jersey, last held by Rashford since 2018. The Brazilian forward says the number holds deep significance, having grown up watching Rooney, and is determined to live up to the billing.
I can open?
Yeah. What does it mean to you to get a number 10 shirt? It's obviously a legendary number in Brazil as well, not just at United.
Yeah. Wow. It's something that you always dream about, you know, well, I can mention many players that use the shirt. It's so easier for me. Of course, I think the one that I always think about when I see this number in the shirt, for me was Wayne Rooney. He was someone that I grown up to watch him play, and I have many games now. Then I swap shirt with Marcus, also have his shirt in my home. But of course, we know many players that use the shirt, Van Nistelrooy, Ibrahimovic. This is something that, it's like I say, is the dream only to use the shirt, but with all the history they have around the numbers, is something beautiful that I have the privilege to do it.
Well, that's the very latest from the world of sport, and I am Bernard Abekoji. And over to you.
Thank you very much, Abeku. Let's do one more story before we go. Appeals for clemency for the jailed founder of the defunct Capital Bank, William Ato Essien, are intensifying following reports of deteriorating health. Essien is currently serving a 15-year jail term imposed in 2023 after he failed to fully honor a repayment agreement with the state.
In October 2023, the founder of the now defunct Capital Bank, William Ato Essien, was sentenced to 15 years in prison with hard labor by the High Court in Accra. He had pleaded guilty to 16 counts of stealing and money laundering involving over 90 million cedis of liquidity support extended to Capital Bank by the Bank of Ghana. Ato Essien initially avoided a custodial sentence by entering into an agreement with the Attorney General to repay the stolen 90 million cedis to the state. However, at the time of his sentencing, he had paid only 37 million cedis, falling short of the agreed amount, leading to his imprisonment. Now, as he serves his sentence, reports of his deteriorating health have sparked renewed calls for clemency. Leading the charge is John Appiah, head of mission for the Commonwealth Enterprise and Investment Council, who at a press conference in Accra argued that Ato Essien was wrongfully convicted and deserves to be released.
62.5 million Ghana cedis was added to the 27.5 million Ghana cedis he legally earned to make it 19 million Ghana cedis. That's why you read in the press, we are 90 million Ghana cedis, we are 90 million Ghana cedis. There was no theft. The bank got a loan which they were repaying, and had never defaulted. He earned an agent commission from that. The MD who paid him has been acquitted of making that payment, but he was charged with receiving that money. Apart from being charged with receiving that money, 300% of that 27.5 million, which comes to 62.5 million, was slapped on top of it.
John Appiah has hinted at plans to petition the president for a presidential pardon for Ato Essien.
The second step is actually to have the petition presented to His Excellency the President, which will have a lot of key names, and I hope a lot of you here will support by being part of that petition, and then we'll wait to see what happens.
Do remember to stay tuned for a comprehensive coverage of the Ablukuma North elections live at 6 a.m. on 97.3 City FM and at 7 a.m. on Channel 1 TV. And that's how we wrap up on today's bulletin. Do visit our website, channel1news.com, for information on our top stories and more. Subscribe to Channel 1 TV on YouTube for more exclusive video content from Channel 1 TV. I am Inusafu. Many thanks for watching.
They've shared everything, but now one twin is getting